What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. About an hour ago, out there in San Antonio, shout out San Antonio, you know what I'm saying? The San Antonio Police Department released a press conference talking about the details of the arrest of Christopher and Ramon, what the hell are their names? Preciado. And they said basically stuff that was already out there, but they said a couple of things that I want to talk about. And, you know, they'll mention it in this news report that reported right after the press conference. So I'll let them take it away. And I'm going to talk about three things actually, that they talked about in this case that I didn't know about. Check this out.
We begin with breaking news at noon. San Antonio Police and the Bellaire County District Attorney just wrapped up a press conference with new insight into the capital murder case of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. On Tuesday night, police announcing the arrest of a father and son in connection to the shooting deaths of the pregnant 18-year-old and her boyfriend. KENS 5's Zach Briggs joining us live now for Public Safety Headquarters with this latest update. Zach, what have you learned?
Well, San Antonio Police Chief William McManus and Bellaire County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez began by expressing their condolences to the victims' families, the families of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. And much of this press conference was a time for clarification on the investigation. Now take a look. McManus recounted the investigation going back to December 26 when Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra were found dead in that apartment complex of Danny K. Key pieces of evidence in the case included the surveillance video released last week and data from the victims' cell phones. McManus says today both victims were involved in the sale of narcotics. He says police were able to track down where the suspects live, just blocks away from where Soto and Guerra's bodies were found. That cell phone data proved absolutely crucial to locate this home off of Charlie Chan Drive near Cary Grant Drive. The arrest affidavit says Ramon Preciado admitted he was the man in that surveillance video getting out of that pickup, interacting with his son Christopher, who was in the victim's Kia. McManus said today that they are looking into the surveillance video to see if there might be a potential third suspect who may have been seen in that pickup alongside Ramon Preciado. Now here are some words from DA Gonzalez on the future of potential charges and the investigation.
In order to bring justice to the memory of these two victims, and in order to bring justice to the survivors and the family members, it's going to be a long road, but we have to take things one step at a time.
Christopher Preciado faces a charge of capital murder. It's possible that he could face an additional count of capital murder, according to DA Gonzalez, who said this in a statement yesterday via email, that under Texas law, an unborn child is considered part of the definition of a person. So we'll see where the investigation leads. It is possible Christopher, the person that allegedly pulled the trigger to kill Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra, could face another charge of capital murder. On top of that, he faces an abuse of corpse. As for his 53-year-old father, Ramon, he faces 2 charges related to abuse of the corpses. Now we're live at Public Safety Headquarters. I'm Zach Briggs.
All right, guys, that's the news footage. Now, I watched this whole press conference, which took 20 minutes. And I watched the whole thing. Now, before I begin, I want to say, just like everybody else, condolences to both families of the victims. But I still got to say what I got to say on here. Let me begin with this, that the things that I really got from this press conference. First thing is this. They both were involved in the selling of narcotics or drugs. You got a pregnant 18-year-old girl, you're in your 20s as the boyfriend, soon to be father, and you got your girl out there hustling with you. Seems like a lot of times people want to be Bonnie and Clyde, partners in crime. They take that literally. And this is the result. If you don't care for yourself, how can you expect anybody else to care for you? And this crime is messed up. But, and it hit America in a certain soft spot in their heart to where, you're like, man, who kills a pregnant woman? Who kills a woman that didn't have anything to do with it? Everybody was thinking that. Remember, the way it was shown, a lot of people had sympathy for her. Wasn't a lot of support for him. And, his family in their time of need. That was eyebrow raising. But, that one picture, and I'll put it up here, where he has the money to his ear and she's standing there. And I'm like, that's not a good picture to have out there. Made it look like, everybody want to act like they doing big, Scarface style, got the money, talking to the money. And it wasn't a good look. And I brought that up in various videos. Now, make no mistake. I don't want to sound heartless or anything like that. But I mean, I say this all the time. I don't even know where I got this from, but it's real. The things that happen to us in life are results of things that we either did or did not do. Life is cause and effect. Because of this, the effect was this or that. But that's the first thing. They both was involved in selling drugs. It's not a good look. Another thing is they said the suspect statements, right? These two folks over here said their statements, linked them to the crime, as well as physical evidence they found in the house. So I'm sitting here like, what kind of physical evidence they find in the house? They said they found a murder weapon, suspected murder weapon in the house, the gun. Now, a lot of people are saying, and you guys left me this comment, and I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I hear everything you guys hear, and I got people that send me information all day. And I want you to understand what's different than me than a lot of content creators. Well, I try to make it different than me. Unless I see it on the news or I hear it out of a figure directly related to the case or a family member that contacts me personally, I will not say it on my channel. Everybody's saying, oh, they were shot behind the right ear. I didn't see that. Now, other YouTubers might have seen it, and it's their right to say that. I can't do that, guys. I can't. Because a lot of times people don't remember the good you say. They only remember the bad. And there are people out here that are gunning to make themselves look smarter and better than you, whether they on this platform whether they on a platform or not. Everybody's a know-it-all. But when it comes to people's lives and something you can teach or some type of wisdom you can get out, I'd rather, hear it personally before I say it personally. And I hope you guys understand that. Another thing is the DA, his last name is Gonzalez. I'm sorry, I don't know his first name. He said it's too early to tell if the death penalty will be applied to this case. I don't understand laws, man. I don't. This guy killed 3 people. And speaking of that, counting the unborn child, he also said this. He said the unborn child, will be charged as another victim, or they're working towards that. That's their goal. So it's not official, but most likely the way this crime was, I don't see nobody defending why it shouldn't be. Baby was that term. So this is going to be a capital murder of 2 people, not 1. And it should be. Another thing the DA Gonzalez said, guys, was the father won't be charged in the murder. And I don't like the father. I don't respect him. I don't. As a father of 7, I don't respect what he did. He said, he won't be charged with murder because Texas law says, unless you directly involved in suggesting, aiding, or committing the murder, you're not going to get charged. So his charges is his charges, regardless if we like it or not. Now, the media asked some questions. One of the questions the media asked was there a third person? Because you said, in the video, you can see somebody throwing a towel to Ramon Preciado in the truck. When he said that, that's when I really paid attention. You go back and look at it. Look at the chief's face. They know it was a third person. It was a third person, guys. And this is what I think. This is who I think it was. Normally somebody be like, oh, that was his wife. I don't think he would have his wife, if he has a wife or a girlfriend wrapped up in that. I think honestly, when he got that call from his son, he wasn't home, he was out and about. And he had the younger son, because they have a younger son. That's the brother of this guy right here, Christopher Preciado. And I think he had that child in the car and just brought the child with him. I think he didn't know how serious it was until he pulled up on that spot. Because when I showed that video, it seemed like it was like an argument for a second. I don't think the reason why I don't think nobody else is going to get charged in this as a third person, because they asked, was the third person get the same charges as the dad? And they was like, nah, we don't know. We're investigating that. We're looking at the way he did that. I was like, and they know who the third person is. I think the third person is the younger brother. And I think he's probably, like, I seen a picture of him. People sent it to me. He's like 12 years old, between 10 and 12. They're not going to charge him because you go where your father goes. You see what I'm saying? But like I said before, this whole case is stupid. I mean, it's stupid. It didn't have to happen. And that's what I mean by stupid. You know, 3 people lost their lives. This guy lost his son. He definitely going to lose business. That's another thing nobody talking about. You're a business owner. Ain't nobody going to try to be associated with you when you part of one of the worst crimes that happened out there in recent history in San Antonio. Anybody can fix an air conditioner. They'll get somebody else. They don't want that truck in front of their house. Honestly, between me and you, if I was them people, I'd move out of there. I would move out of there. Man, people, you're going to get ostracized, or you might put yourself in danger. Man, a lot of people out there in San Antonio was hot about this. All in all, man, this whole thing is messed up. I'm just shocked that, you know, she was involved in the selling drugs as much as he was. And my thing is, as a boyfriend, I would never have her in that, especially carrying my child. When I know there's risk involved with what I'm doing. Supposedly he was robbed and multiple times, being in the street. Now, I said some good things about his family last night, and I hold by them. They look like good folk. You know what I'm saying? Savannah Soto's people look like good people too. But sometimes, man, everybody got bad seeds in their families. You know what I'm saying? Do I think she was a bad seed, Savannah Soto? No, I don't think she. I just think she was following the leadership of this boyfriend she had, who, you know, was just a knucklehead dude in the street. And there's a lot of people out there presently going the same way. This is. I heard a rap song one time and they said, there's a million roads and they're all in Gunsmoke. And this is a perfect example of that. You know what I mean? I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's what I think. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.